Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Podcast, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Stock Movers, it's a great podcast, and we do it in real time to give you the best we can about the character of the movement in the market. For John Tucker, what he sees here is WK Kellogg. It is a takeout of Ferrero on the cereal part of the great American franchise. John Tucker, you start with Kellogg's because you had Apple Jacks every morning as a kid.
And they still have them upstairs, but yes, I can't eat them anymore because I'm too fat.
Because Lisa Mateo told you.
Yeah. Anyway, it is official. Just crossing the Bloomberg. Ferrero Group buying a WK Kellogg. The price tag here, $23 per share. At least according to the press release I'm looking at. The Ferrero Group and WK Kellogg announcing that they've entered into the definitive agreement under which Ferrero has agreed to acquire WK Kellogg, $23 a share in cash. So the total enterprise value of this deal, $3.1 billion.
It's Kellogg, small.
I thought it was going to be more. Kellogg shareholders get $23 per share in cash, 40% premium to the, I guess it would be the 30-day volume-weighted average trading price. It's kind of interesting. Ferrero, controlled by Giovanni Ferrero, the confectionery company. They've actually been on an acquisition spree in recent years, targeting brands in the crosshairs of health regulators and changing consumer trends. They bought Fannie Mae chocolates that boosted the manufacturing capabilities in the premium chocolate market in the U.S.
From Luxembourg.
They also snapped up Nestle's U.S. confectionery arm, so they got brands like Butterfinger and Baby Ruth.
There you go.
And also Wells Enterprises. They make Bomb Pops and Blue Bunny ice cream. This is basically covering all the major food groups.
It is. Maybe they'll pick up Domino's Pizza. It'll be a home run. Next.
Delta restoring its fiscal guidance for the year. The airline saying it now expects full-year earnings per share to be $5.25 to $6.25 per share. The midpoint of that range actually ahead of analyst forecasts of $5.38. The year is shaping up to be a little slower, actually, than Delta had originally anticipated. Now, the last time Delta shared guidance, this was back in January, it was projecting earnings that would be greater than $7.35 a share. Now expects full-year earnings, again, $5.25 to $6.25 a range. So there you go.
I was on their website yesterday. What a shock.
Where are you going?
No, I'm not
and
going
it wasn't
nowhere.
With your credit card.
Again, my credit card as a child moved across the nation. And they've really smoothed out the website experience.
Okay. Last time I traveled
all of them
to Bayonne, and I didn't need a jet.
You didn't need a jet. Next, you got one more?
Of course, President Trump, another threat to impose 50% tariffs on Brazil. This isn't over any trade deficit because they don't have one with the U.S. This is over another country's internal politics. But that leads us to the stocks. You have some Brazil-exposed U.S. stocks. Embraer, ticker symbol ERJ.
Jet maker. Yep.
They're the airplane manufacturer. They're a Brazilian airplane manufacturer, but they are listed in the United States. Whirlpool. They have a bunch of manufacturing. Yeah, they have manufacturing facilities in Brazil. Vale, the Brazilian commodities producer.
VALE.
Yes. Yeah, again, listed here. Mosaic, the fertilizer company, 40% of the revenue comes from Brazil. Coca-Cola, they have sugar sourcing in Brazil. Also sells
You're
there,
a font of wisdom. Lisa never goes this deep.
No, you did some research.
I stole this from Critty. Archer Daniels Midland, ADM, has ports in Brazil, and one of the key markets, also Brazil, for Archer Daniels Midland.
The Stock Movers Podcast from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.